Hello and welcome to this YouTube channel. My name is Mindy Nazario, and thank you so much for being here, for watching this, if you are here. First of all, I want to just take a moment to say that I'm very excited to be back and committed to doing weekly videos. I had originally started this YouTube channel a while back, and it was all in Spanish, but I feel the need to do my videos in English, as English is the universal language, and I feel that I can reach more people by just speaking in English. So anyhow, I'm sure that those who have watched any of my videos before, I'm pretty sure that you might that you know English as well, and hopefully you can stay tuned, and watch these videos as well in English. So anyhow, I am committed to weekly videos, and the purpose and intention with my videos is just to really help you, to inspire you, right? To help you understand that we are beings of energy, right? Everything is energy before anything else. And if we begin to understand this, we can begin to shift our life in a different way. Um, it is all very possible. We don't need to be stuck in living in survival. In survival, what I mean is with pain, with suffering, with sickness, with problems constantly, right? We don't need to live this way. We can change our life and live a better life, a life where that doesn't mean you won't have problems, but it does mean that you can shift so easily and quickly, and you can actually attract more of the things that you desire in your life and really live with purpose and with joy. And this is all possible when we truly start to tap into who we truly are within ourselves. And in order to do this, what we need to do is go deep into our inner being, right? Deep into our inner feelings, deep into our inner thoughts. Um, First of all, this is what the topic is today. Going deeper. So basically, I want to talk about my experience. Right, there's so many things that have shifted in my life, and all of the videos that I want to bring to you, it all has to do with it has to a lot of it has to do with my experience, right? I want to talk from my experience. It's not just talk, right? It's not just, yes, it's all about spirituality and about energy, but not only that, but it's about me implementing that and being able to teach from the clarity of my example, right? Teach from the things that I've experienced and that I know that are true because I have experienced them and I have put them into practice. So it's important to understand, first of all, that we are energies of being, and when we want to shift things in our life, it's very, very possible, but we have to go deep. We can't stay in the surface and say, okay, well, I'm going to think positive. I'm going to try to change anything exterior, right? Change, let's say, for example, you want um, more money. You're going to change your job, right? That's what you think. And you want a better relationship, where you have to change the partner you're with, because we are used to changing the exterior, right? But we forget that more than that, it's going deep within ourselves and changing ourselves, changing the way that we're thinking, changing the way that we're attracting these things into our lives. Because no matter how much you change the exterior, yes, it might help in some way, but at the end, you will still turn around and there will be circles where you're going to repeat the same thing over and over again. So it is very, very important that we start going deep, that we start to be aware of how we're thinking, of how we're feeling, of how we're acting. What are our triggers? What are triggering us, right? Triggers are things that are within us because of the way we were brought up. Everyone has triggers. Everyone has beliefs in all stories, right? All stories of how we were raised, how our parents and society and everything, we were brought up, and all of these things stay within us, and they contract our bodies in a certain way that when we get older. And what I mean contracting the body, I mean is that, for example, right, let me just put an example. When you are a child and you are told, hey, you're not supposed to do this, and that's not right, you feel within yourself that you are not worthy, that you are not, that you're doing something wrong. So in that moment, your body contracts, right? There's a certain contraction, and you start to build on that. You start to make that a habit. And it's such a habit that you don't even realize it. And then as you grow older, these habits of contracting the body, of every time something similar happens, it just builds and builds and layer and layer and layer. And then all of a sudden you have all these triggers, and it becomes, personality of, oh, I get triggered, I get mad. Anything that anyone says to you, it depends, everyone reacts differently, but and a lot of these triggers, you know you react to that, and what it causes is that your body restricts, your body contracts, and then you're not able to fully be present and fully be able to understand where that's coming from, and be able to shift it and let it go, and and not let it affect you the same way, because you have to realize not everything affects everyone in the same way, right? Something that makes one person mad might not make another person mad. It just depends on how you see things, how you're reacting to things, how you're contracting your body. But everyone has reaction to different things. So basically, it's just being able to know what are your triggers, what are you reacting to, and taking time to be aware of that, and softening that energy, softening that old story, letting go of that old story, and building a new you, really stepping out of the old and stepping into the new, of building yourself into a new person, building yourself into your natural state of who you are, because the natural state of who you are is pure love. It's really, if you come to think about it, your source energy, you're really connected to the divine. So it's more your divine source energy of pureness, lightness, softness, and compassionate and kindness, and all of these things that are natural in us. But we are so restricted and so tight because of the world we live in, right? And this happens to everybody. It's just very normal. It's very normal because we live a human life. But the more you go within yourself, you can actually shift that. And I say it from my experience, because every time, I do my inner work, I do my inner meetings, I do this constantly. And my energy has shifted in such a big way, I have been able to have better relationship with my children, with my husband, with I have been able to attract more things, more expansion, more things, the things that I wanted in my life. And I have been able to do that. But it wasn't just because I desired it, it was because I actually did the work. I went deep within myself. I started to shift the energy. I started to shift the energy into to expanding more. And when I expand more, then you receive more, because you're in a different place. I cannot receive something that it's bigger or that it's more and still be contracted and thinking the same way that I was thinking. I can't. You have to shift your mindset. You have to shift the way you think in order to attract those things. So I'm not going to sit here and say it's all very easy to do, because it's really not simple at all. It takes commitment, it takes effort, it takes willingness, but more important, it takes intention, right? What are your intentions? What do you want from life? Do you want to be stuck having your dramas and in your sick body and painful and pain and hurt and feeling angry? Do you want to stay in that, or do you want to shift into something bigger that you really are? When I mean bigger, I mean your energy is bigger, you're more expansive, you're more than just this thing that's happening to you that you think is happening to you. We are so much more than that. We're energy, right? And when we come to realize that, when we begin to realize that and accept that and really own that, your body, your whole entire life, and your experiences start to change. You cannot stay in the same place if you start to change. Now, if you don't do anything different, then nothing's going to change in your exterior world either. So it's all about going deep, and there's inner work that we have to do. And one of the things that I'm going to give you as a tool, it's when you start feeling all of these emotions, sit with them. Don't be afraid of them. Don't block them out. Don't say, no, I don't want to feel this way. No, I don't, I'm going to ignore it. Don't try to push it away, and don't ignore it either. It's really sitting with them. Let the energy flow, because if you're feeling angry, sad, if you're sick, any of that has to do with the energy, right? And if you're sitting with it and you're letting that energy pass by, it will pass by and it will leave. But if you're stuck, if you're angry, if you're repeating the same thoughts over and over of or whatever's happening to you, you're really staying in that drama, in that place, you continue to stay there. But it's about letting it be, just closing your eyes, being able to meditate, and seeing where you are, how you're feeling, what are your emotions, and sitting with them. Why is this coming? Journal a lot, write it down, see how you're feeling, and explore. That's what going deep really means. Is it's not just staying in the surface and saying, I'm going to do this, I'm going to think positive. No, go deep, go deep. That's one of the ways that I was able to actually really shift a lot of pain and a lot of old habits and all of the old drama of the old story that we all carry, right? And that's how I was able to do a lot of that. So that's one of the tips I'll give you in this video, to really go deep, journaling and sitting with your emotions, closing your eyes, and really allow yourself to feel. Allow yourself to feel and to be okay wherever you're at. Be okay wherever you're at. Be okay wherever you're at, no matter what the circumstances. Sit with yourself and be okay. Yes. So thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, if it helps you in any way, I invite you to like the video, to share it, and hopefully to subscribe to the channel, and also click on the little notification bell, so that way every time I upload a video weekly, you can receive it instantly and be notified of it. So anyhow, thank you so much, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.